Okay, so to start off with our puff pastry, I have here about 2 cups of all-purpose flour, or 250 grams. And to this I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 1 tablespoon of dry yeast and 2 tablespoons of white sugar. So we're going to mix the dry ingredients together before we add some warm water. So now that our dry ingredients are mixed together, we're going to add the warm water. Remember that the water has to be warm for the yeast to start to get active, to start working. I have just transferred the dough here into my working surface, and I'm just going to try to make it smooth just by kneading it a little bit. So you do want a smooth dough, you don't want it to be too hard. So this is the perfect consistency of the dough. It's not too sticky, and it's not dry either. It's a little bit sticky, but then it's not like a huge mess. So we're going to place this in a lightly greased bowl and let it rise for about an hour until it doubles in size. So while the dough is rising, which I just put in room temperature to rise, I'm just here preparing the butter. So I have 2 sticks of butter, which are together 1 cup of butter, or about 230 grams, I think, of butter. So I'm just going to place them on a plastic wrap and then cover them with another plastic wrap. So to make this easier, it's better to have the butter in room temperature, so it's easily shaped. I'm just using my fingers here to press and shape it. I'm going to try to make a rectangle with it. Okay. And so this is going to the fridge to harden. I mean, in the freezer to harden for as long as the dough is rising, so that when we try to put the butter into the dough, both of them are ready. The butter has to be hard, and the dough has to be doubled in size. Okay, so as you can see, I have just placed the butter inside the dough, and it's quite tough to roll it out just because the butter is still very hard from the freezer. So I'm trying to work with it. And don't forget to add some flour under your dough. If the butter starts coming out, cover it with some flour. It's always tough at first because the butter is concentrated in some places, so basically the more we fold the dough, the easier it gets to work it. So always a little bit of flour on the surface. I'm gonna try to roll it again. So the dough has been in the fridge for about half an hour, and so I'm going to roll it out and fold it again. Just sprinkle a little flour. So the puff pastry has been in the fridge overnight, and now it's time to shape up our croissant. First I like to cut it in half. This I'm just going to roll it out. Just a little bit of flour to make the rolling easier. Here we're gonna start cutting it into triangle pieces, and when you're shaping up this half of dough, you want to keep the other one in the fridge. So just go and cut in triangle shapes. Okay, so the croissants have been rising for about an hour. So now I'm just going to brush them with an egg wash, which is basically 1 egg yolk and 1 tablespoon of water. Just gently go over them. You want to turn on your oven and start preheating it at 350 degrees. And so just to decorate, I'm just placing a few almond slices on top. Hey guys, so by the time I got to film this last part of the video, only 3 croissants have survived. So yeah, they were that good. The recipe made about 13, I guess. So yeah, 3 left. And so yeah, they turned out really good. I don't know if you can see that. I'll take some more pictures to show you. So yeah, just a couple tips. When making these, try to make the triangles a little larger at the bottom than your normal croissant, just so that the filling stays inside and doesn't leak on you. And yeah, what else did I want to say? Now I can think of it. So anyway, I hope you give this a try. Instead of the vanilla extract, if you're a fan of the taste of almond, like the almond taste, instead of the vanilla extract, try using the almond extract instead. So yeah, these are my tips for you. I hope you enjoyed, and if you do try this recipe, please let me know, and I'll talk to you guys next time.